Optus Stadium is underway. The Dockers and the Power. And Ryder throwing his weight around in the middle, trying to win it. Walters dives on top of it, not trying to get it out. But it will be a ball up. Umpire saying not tackling him, even though he was over the top.
There's probably not much they can do about it unless they go there.
Hill dribbles a kick. Another turnover comes. And it looks to be punished by Sam Gray, but he curls it too far.
Let's have a look at this Tommy Jonas incident. Now, we're not questioning the doctors. The doctors are the best in the business. There's no just the 5 touches.
Here's Boak. Went underground towards Duursma, but it landed with Motlop, who hooks that back. That's a superb finish.
Getting this ball to ground, front and square stuff, the ground ball becomes even more important. But I love the finish. He didn't try and go for the miracle, started outside the goalpost and bring it back. He just shot for the middle.
Got a high tackle. Fremantle take the advantage. Hill in short, and here's Hogan.
Well, we have a look at this, Brown, Jonathan, and it's a story, not a story, but it's an issue. He was with Tom Jonas, with Jesse Hogan.
A handball away. Mundy surges to the 50, unleashes the kick, but turnovers are plenty in this third quarter. Long ball, Hamlin gets back to help.
So you can identify it.
There's going to be a free kick to the Power for a block.
That's Ryan. Yeah, Ryan took his eyes off the ball there.
And Farrell been lethal on the set shot so far this afternoon, but he misses that time. For it. He will eventually find him. No! A turnover. Is it? Just stayed in play. Hughes was calling for it for an age. Eventually got there by the barest of margins. Now it's with Walters. Or 50, and this could be a big penalty to pay.
So we shouldn't have been worrying about this at the time. Different angle, I suppose the umpy's right there.
50-metre penalty on the wing can be a huge price to pay. Walters lines them up and punishes them. 4th goal for Michael Walters. Hill on his return has been a little quiet, but getting involved in the action here. He goes into the pocket and he finds Brennan Cox. Cox in the pocket. Wants to go with the check side and he's hit it brilliantly. How about that from Brennan Cox?
5 goals to 3 from stoppages, so getting a bit of reward for that. Their forwards are starting to appreciate the footy coming in quick.
Rosie controlled it nicely. Away to another young gun in Butters. Pretty open forward line here for the Power. Howard has got a man streaking back towards goals. Farrell is there. Bounce crucial. It sits up on a plate and he helps himself to the goal. The Power get one back. Aim on, but Hughes able to step through. Stephen Hill can send it long. Matera's out the back. He's got Hogan one-on-one inside 50. Hogan screaming for it. He leads to the pocket. There's a lot of wrestling, a lot of holding going on, and the Dockers forward is going to get the free kick. Jesse Hogan, a little lucky to get the free kick. He'll step out and he'll snap it back, curl it around. Jesse having a big day.
Gives you an idea. Look at that. He's saying over the back, but he hasn't quite got this synergy between kicker and forward just yet.
Dangerous action though. A free kick to the Power. Off the hands of Hamling and Hughes. Logue, a handball. Powell, Pepper, just too strong. Wheeled his way towards it and kicks the goal.
It's a free kick, so he'd be saying to Sean Darcy, it's got to be more careful. I don't think it was overly vicious, but it's going to be a free kick. So what you've done is you've given up an advantage from the middle of the ground, and then they've looked a little bit flighty in their in their back 50.
Through the hands of Leonard, fed inboard by Brayshaw. Langdon's off to the races with plenty of run. Over the top to Brendan Cox. Went boundary rather than looking inboard. Now they're in a bit of trouble. He drew the tackler. Matera off the step. He loves this situation. Brandon Matera.
Covers the ground well there, Langdon. We're not going to see it, I don't think, in this particular spot. Walters is standing in the middle of the ground, 15 metres out on his own, Jono. He doesn't look Brandon. He says, I'm having a piece of this. And Michael Walters stayed with his hands in the air the whole time. Yeah, you're
disrupted the kick. Taken by Burne-Jones. Back to the top of the square. Lycett, Logue. Butters knocked it out of his hands. Bad bump there by Wilson. That was awkward. He got Butters high. It'll be a free kick right at the top of the square.
This will be Justin Westhoff's goal. Mighty chase down there with the big man.
But that's sort of a lazy effort. You have to just know.
Butters with no problems from point blank range. And they're going goal for goal at Optus Stadium this afternoon.
At this late in the third quarter, Justin Westhoff, another senior player, second most games in Port Adelaide history. Big man chasing a smaller bloke. That effort, that chase down effort, creates the turnover. That results in this goal.
Well, he realised late.
Brilliantly. He used the body and they're away. He wants to release Brad Hill. He drew them to him. He still gets it across. He got a push in the back. You'll get a free kick. Fremantle, though, surging up the field. They get the free kick. Walters is going to go for the extra distance. It's straightening up as it got the distance it's touched.
Ryder's reacted. Paddy Ryder's got Sean Darcy off the bit at the moment. It's just starting to, the lack of work's starting to tell.
Here comes now.
Lycett. And Dersma. Strong hands. He's on track for number 6 this afternoon. Big kick this. There won't be much celebrating on that one.
Look at this here, Carl Amon, little fella, running into a big man.
A big Hodor. Big Hodor from...
Ryder's been important. Away to Boat, who's been busy. High ball to the top of the square. Westhoff! He'll handball it away. Farrell will run into the open goal. He kicks his fourth. But Justin Westhoff making his presence felt up forward.
Yeah, nice mark there. Just have a look at this. We know this is the strength of his. He's able to slip around your man. Good finish there. So it's just seesawing, Gary. Obviously 1 point the difference. Can't wait for this last quarter. This has been a great game of footy. I've really enjoyed it. It's obviously high scoring, but there's a bit of feeling in it too. Plenty of physicality, been some big hits.
Farrell's got 4 goals. That's the other thing to his name.
He's got an amazing amount of space for a man that's kicked 4 goals, and he goes in short to Brad Hill. Second disposal. He's averaged 30 across his last 2 games. Right behind that kick, he's back for Walters. Powell Pepper with a little push. Disrupted the kick, missed Matera. Hartlett involved. He started the game so well. Had it a while. Dersma couldn't get a handball away. Matera crafty in a tight space. Sends it goalwards, but Brayshaw changing direction. Got it to Logue. Now to Langdon. Time maybe to steady. In short. Not 15. Play on Matera. Wasn't aware of it. We'll get a ball up.
Being proactive as a forward.
The Dockers winning the ground ball battle to start. Darcy building into it in this final term. Fife went to ground. Free kick over the shoulder.
Yeah, Walters again. Walters again.
What will Walters do here? He will pass it off. He's sent it up to Logue. They go right around the 50 Fremantle. Now Hill just arches the back to get away. And he's nimble. Sent it back in.
He went the wrong way.
Off the hands of Lycett. Matera crashes through. Brayshaw stands up. Got it to Mundy. Quickly on the boot. That floats back. Fremantle breathe a sigh of relief. Demand. Well, he's coughed it up. Well read Butters. No high tackle. Brayshaw back involved. Fife. They can steady it down now with a short kick to Brad Hill. Can the Power get something going forward? They've got some numbers running now in a wave. Dersma trying to get it back. Well tackled. It was aim on by Ryan. Dersma taking a ground. No push in the back. It's locked up on the 50. Well to spoil. Switkowski back for Hill. Escaping out the back. Across to his brother Brad. And guess who? Michael Walters.
It's great coaching.
Kicking to this end. Michael Walters. He's come up big late in games the last few weeks. That one sneaks home. He is the final quarter specialist. Playing a big final term. Knocked away from Brad Hill. Houston took too long. Brayshaw is a tackling machine and he wins a free. Tuck up. Fife. Got the extra number here. The Power and Burton. Able to hang on just enough. Hogan was about to streak away.
10-3 clearances to Freo last quarter. Come on, Ryder and through his ruck work.
It was an area that the Power dominated through the first 3 quarters. Here's Fife with another clearance. Matera!
That's huge. It's the story right there. 13-3.
They know all about the close ones. And at the finish here with goals so tough to come by, the Dockers are the ones standing up. Away from half-back. He finds Howard in the middle. Farrell working hard back towards the goal square. Oh, he's had a bounce, Howard. It hasn't come back up to him. Still fumbling after it. Fife to Hill. To Stephen Hill. And they're surging again, the Dockers. They got numbers everywhere. They miss Brennan Cox, but Brandon Matera will help himself. Walters has got it again.
Take the 30 seconds.
He'll step around. He's not going to waste any time. He's going to make sure of it. Michael Walters with a 6th goal.
He's got up another 50 grand.
5 disposals. Had 5 clearance to throw in there, and he snapped about 4 of the best goals you'll see. Gary, it's a great individual display. Now, Gary Lyon's got Walters on about $1 million. We've also got to pay Fife probably 1.5. Jesse Hogan's probably on over 1.
Sean Darcy just got up.
Through the middle, missed by Motlop. Ryan with a fancy handball to find Blakely. And they want another one, Fremantle. Here's Fife. Where's Walters? They spot Matera instead.
Behind, and they've dominated the last quarter. They're back in the 8.
He's left hanging there for a little while, Ross, with a handshake. And the celebrations all round for Fremantle to put a stamp on it. Matera's kick is hooked away for a behind. But it was a Docker demolition at the death.